जनरञ्जना यमुनातीरावनचारी यमुनातीरावनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। विष्णुपदाय नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jai Jai Prabhupada, 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 Jai Jai Prabhupada. श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की, श्री प्रहलाद नरसिंहदेव भगवान की, श्री निताई गौर सुंदर की, पतित पांच प्रभुपाद की, समस्त गौर भक्त बिंद की, निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयम् उदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। Starting from Gantra Srimad Bhagavatam, chapter 28, entitled as Puranjana becomes a woman in the next life, Canto 4, Text 1. Gantra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Narada Uvacha Sainika Bhaya Namno Ye Barhismandishta Karinaha Prajvara Kala Kanyabhyam Vicherur Avinim Imam. Narada Uvacha Sainika Bhaya Namno Ye Bahishmandishta Karina Prajvara Kala Kanyabhyam Vicherur Avinim Imam. Narada Uvacha Sainika Bhaya Namno Ye Barhismandishta Karina Prajvara Kala Kanyabhyam Vicherur Avinim Imam. Narada Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Word for word meaning Narada Uvacha. The great sage Narada continued to speak. Sainika, the soldiers. Bhaya Namnah, of Bhaya, fear. Ye, all of them. Who? Bahishman, O King Parchina Barisat. Dishtakarina, the order carriers of death. Prajwara, with Prajwara. Kala Kanya Bhyam, and with Kal Kanya. Vicheruhu, traveled. Avanim, on earth. Imam, this. Translation. The great sage Narada continued, my dear King Prachina Bharisat, afterwards the king of Yavanas, whose name is fear itself, as well as Prajwara Kala Kanya and his soldiers began to travel all over the world. Purport. The period of life just prior to death is certainly very dangerous because usually at this time people are attacked by the weakness of old age as well as many kinds of diseases. The diseases that attack the body are compared here to soldiers. These soldiers are not ordinary soldiers, for they are guided by King of Yavanas who act as their commander in chief. The word Dishtakarina indicates that he is their commander. When a man is young, he does not care for old age, but enjoys sex to the best of his satisfaction, not knowing that at the end of life his sexual indulgence will bring on various diseases, which so much disturb the body that one will pray for immediate death. The more one enjoys sex during youth, the more he suffers in old age. Om Tat Sat Om Ajnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yat Kripatamaham Bande Shri Guru Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanyam Ishwaram. Srimad Bhagavatam is so wonderful. Uh, just by reading Bhagavatam, we are preparing ourselves for next destination, for ultimate destination, to going back to Godhead. Uh, in Bhagavad Gita, what is explained, Srimad Bhagavatam, it is explained further with uh, more details, and so wonderfully presented with life examples that it is so easy to digest. Like here we can see Krishna is talking about in Bhagavad Gita, Janma Mityu Jara Vyadhi Dukkha Dosanu Darsanam, birth, death, old age, disease. These are the real problems of life, and all of us have to face. In uh, in Srimad Bhagavatam, we see it is more explained more about old age in this particular uh, section. Old age, what is happening? It's how a person is troubled. Is that old age? Uh, people have constant fear. The old age is here characterized as Kala Kanya, the daughter of death. It is so nicely explained that how the Kala Kanya approached Narada Muni and Narad Muni immediately refused. So he was cursed. He will keep traveling, which Narad Muni very happily accepted because it was favoring his devotional service. His cherished desire is to travel and preach. So it is facilitated. So it was very. It is like a boon in disguise, though it came as a curse. So. Uh, how the Narad Muni was unaffected by the old age. Is always engaged in devotional service. We discussed that how comparing to Prabhupada, though he is in old age, but he is so spirited to perform devotional service in always high spirit. Even Prabhupada during morning walk, we can see the young disciples will be difficult for them to follow him. And whatever he has accomplished in old days, it is beyond our imagination to do in many lifetimes. So that's how he surpassed the old age. Uh, Devotees surpass the old age because this is going back to Godhead. They are not subjected to death, not subjected to, in one sense, old age. So the old age is accompanied by fear. There are always some fear, anxiety. What will happen? Uh, what will happen to my relatives? What will happen to sons and daughters? We saw that how Prabhupada was giving an example that an old businessman in Calcutta was about to die, and is requesting uh, the doctor, "I'll pay you anything. You just increase my life for another 4 years." So much, huh? Because he does not know that even for one moment this doctor cannot enhance his life. He so much want to, enhance his life. But would have used his life, which has been given to him, human form of life, very wisely. But he did not do that, and he just want to extend his life for certain things, and that is not possible. Which is gone, is past is past. The another example, we saw that an old man is dying, and he is so much lamenting, so much lamenting. His person is about to die, uh, and though he is born in a pious family, and he knows about birth and death, he knows about the transmigration of the soul, but still he is lamenting. What is his lamentation? Hmm? I have 4 sons. Hmm? You know, somehow or other I could not accumulate enough wealth. Hmm? If I would have left at least 10 lakh rupees for each of my sons, they would have lived comfortable life. So he's regretting so much that he could not accumulate enough wealth so that his sons can live peaceful life. So do not know that we heard Sunday class Maharaj was explaining that King Chitraketu, similarly he was lamenting so much, so much Hars and Soka. His son's name was Hars and Soka. So when he was born, so much celebration was done, and then he died. No, it was like whole world has become nil. So much of lamenting. Then seeing this, Narad Muni felt compassion, and then he called the soul back to the body. And the soul, as soon as he came back to body, immediately asking, "Who is my father? Who are you? Which father? Which life you were my father? Which life?" Seeing that so many life has been passed, why you call me back? So like this, he started speaking in very detached way as a soul speaking, and then that hits the Chitraketu Maharaj, and he wakes up understanding that this soul, our all relationship is just within this body. This body is like a bubble coming in the river. So many keeps coming and going. So describe that how old age is constantly accompanied by fear. You will see that people have so many different types of fears. Then it's mentioned old age. Before that, one is subjected to prajwara. Temperature will increase. The temperature will increase to increase 5 degrees, 6 degree. uh, 105, 106, 107, and before death it happens. And also, a person is attacked by so many diseases. By saying all these diseases are compared as soldiers of Kala Kanya, old age. So person is subjected to so many different type of diseases. In old age we see that constant is cough and cold. Cough and cold and some always coughing. And then one need one more leg to walk. Cannot walk for more time, it starts suffocating, it's breathing heavily, has to sit down. Even while going to urine and toilet, on the way one has to sit down. Cannot walk. That is the precarious situation. And the whole joints are paining, cannot see, cannot digest, so many problems. Old age is so much problem that even our own relative starts praying, it would have been nice that you would have passed away peacefully. Should not have to suffer so much. You see that? Then genuinely pray from the heart, core heart. I would have, instead of suffering, would have, peacefully can leave his body. So that's what is happening at old age. Prabhupada is writing here, when man is young and he does not care for old days but enjoys sex to the best of his satisfaction, not knowing that at end of life his sexual indulgence will bring on various diseases which so much disturb the body that one will pray for immediate death. The more one enjoys sex indulgence, sex during youth, the more he suffers in old age. This and all will not be taught in anywhere. Only Srimad Bhagavatam, only through Prabhupada's purpose we can know about this. Just opposite of this will be taught. That enjoy as much you can. This only one life is there, you can enjoy as much as you want. And it seems so nice. Somebody is asking to enjoy. Why one should restrict enjoyment? But it's not the thought that this enjoyment is heavily paid later. One has to suffer so much because of he was not follow the injunctions of the Shastra, because he did not lead the life in proper way, both physically and also uh, destination is certainly one has to go to hell. After life has to suffer unlimitedly, almost unlimitedly, and before itself the trailer will start. Keep suffering in old age. So the Vedic system of life, Varnashram system, is so nicely designed that one is focused from the beginning of the life. The focus goal is towards achieving perfection of human life, to going back to Godhead, developing love for Krishna, breaking this cycle of samsara, of bhavasagar, birth, death, old age, disease. So that is actually the purpose of life. But when we don't focus towards that purpose and the goal becomes sense gratification, then according to laws of nature, actually we are rewarded accordingly. We have to face more and more suffering. Actually, the sense gratification cannot satisfy the soul. And Prabhupada gives a very wonderful analogy. Prabhupada gives the analogy that by chewing the bamboo, one does not get any taste. It will simply uh, wound one's mouth. There will no taste will be there in thinking that it looks like a sugar cane. It is sugar cane. Let me chew this. And we start chewing this, we'll have to go more and more dissatisfaction. Hankering is there to taste the sugar cane, but we have searching with the bamboo stick. So how it is possible? It's not possible. So the soul satisfaction won't come from the sense gratification. And that's why we see that more and more we indulge in sense gratification, and more and more people become dissatisfied, become more and more dissatisfied and not satisfied. But on the other hand, we see devotees that are engaged in devotional service, and they feel very much satisfied. And so much they are satisfied that they don't feel further need of any of these things which they, were addicted earlier. Just give it up. It's like getting a higher taste and lower taste. There's no need to have more struggle to leave it. Actually, we give it up. So the sense gratification doesn't satisfy the soul. Sa vai pumsam paro dharmo yato bhaktir adhokshaje ahetuki apatiyata yayatma supasidati. So that pure devotional service, the soul, its natural characteristics, the soul, that bonding relationship, uh, loving relationship with the Lord, that is only actually nourishes the soul. And our goal in this life is to revive that relationship with the Lord. That is the goal of life. When we forget that goal, then when we neglect it, uh, actually then we are actually more punished, more severely punished, handled by Maya, material nature. More and more we suffer. So the facility is provided, especially human form of life is provided for this purpose. This belongs to Krishna, has provided this facility for us to use in this way. When we don't use that in that way, then naturally we'll be punished. Like a car is there, a car's owner is telling, let us go in this direction, but driver is telling, you keep quiet, I'll go like this. I'll go like this only. Then okay, then he has to face the challenge. So similarly, this body, human form of body, Rishikena Rishikesa Sevanam Bhakti Uchyate. By our senses, supposed to serve the master of the senses, Rishikesha, then we remain happy. But when we don't do this, so much illusioned, so much ignorance, that we think, oh, sense gratification only will give satisfaction. So it is, the chapter is titled Puranjana becomes a woman in the next life. See that how the king was so much attached to enjoy with the queen. Sri Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Maharani ki jai, Sri Prahlad Nrsimhadev Bhagwan ki jai, Nitai Gaur Sundar ki jai. So instead of becoming Krishna conscious, he become queen conscious. So if we can queen conscious, then it described that yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tyasti ante kalevaram tam tam evaiti kaunteya sadatad bhava bhavita. So this is science. Whatever state of consciousness we are in at time of quitting the body, we'll get that. The simple rule is there. Krishna is telling, even if you are thinking about devas, you go to devas. You are thinking about human being, you'll come back in human being. If you are thinking about yachas, pichasas, you'll go there. Think about me, you'll come back to me. So, antakale cha mame vasmaran mukta kalevram ya prayati samad bhavam yati nastyatra samsaya. Krishna, there is no doubt. Think about me at time of death, you'll come back to me. Simple. The science Krishna is saying is same thing, will come back to me also. If you think about cat and dogs, you'll be born in their family. So here we see that King Puranjana always thinking about queen, because he was getting so much sense pleasure, and then at time of death, in this will be narrated that he will become a woman in the next life. He was a king, now next life he become a woman. When I was studying in college, I was uh, staying in a hostel where non-veg was cooked in the mess. So after cooking, they will throw it outside, and then lot of crows will come and sit. All these things, and from windows I will see these crows while studying. Then always I'll get very scared. In the next life, I should not become one of them. Studying Prabhupada books, I was getting to understand this, and then I was fearing this. Oh, next life should not become Guru. So, see, it's so obvious. Uh, in earlier days, when the Vedic civilization was live, it was all demonstrated even. The Brahmanas will perform yajna, fire sacrifice, they'll house sacrifice. We know that how Dasarath Maharaj, Ramanavami is going to come. Dasarath Maharaj performed the house sacrifice and Putyashti yajna, and the sacrifice was done. And the animal, got back immediately the highest stage of life. So that was the examination where the mantras are chanted properly, everything is done properly. So this chant this, and then this animal is sacrificed, immediately you will get a better form of life. Practically one can see these things are happening. So it's not just a theoretically they were seeing, they're practically also seeing. uh, but at that point of time, at those period, people were intelligent. They're able to understand this. But nowadays, if the same thing is happening, but will people will continue, do intelligent sense gratification. That time also, there are people who are doing this. All class of people are always existing. But there are people, good number of people who were aware of this, and they lived according to the injunction of the shastras. Uh, Varnashrama system is there. So they lived according to that. Understanding, oh, next life is there, I do anything wrong, I will be subjected to this. So they were careful, not doing wrong. As present time, we see also there, people have recorded so many cases of reincarnation. So many, this thing, a person is very obvious that is coming back to the life in this body. In so many videos also we can see so many cases, more than 2000 3000 cases one person has registered is this like this, and all there on internet. You see in front of us that the person is changing the life and getting back to another form of life. So many things. One of my relatives, she was a young when she was very young, some 4 years old. She suddenly started saying, "Oh, I am from this place, that place," and then I said, "I want to drive car." Nobody has told how to drive. She never learned. She's just 4 years old, and she started driving car. It was everybody was so amazed to see that how, and the special arrangement was made for her to demonstrate how to drive the car, and she took the car and driving in the main road. Just 4 years old, nobody has taught anything, and she's telling, "I'm from this place, that place." You can see so many things we can also watch on the internet is there. So the next life is there. But then still people will carry on. Even ourselves, we will also carry on. The illusion is so strong that we don't wake up and become serious. We see in Prabhupada when he was preaching, thing, there was a big drought in Andhra Pradesh. Big drought. And there was so much that so many committees people had formed. Government has formed the drought relief committee, and they are collecting funds from everywhere. And then from one society, Prabhupada was invited. Please come and please do something. Please bless so that this drought ends. Then Prabhupada was he was there in Andhra Pradesh, and he performed a Nagar Sankirtan with his disciples. And after performing, as soon as Nagar Sankirtan was done by Prabhupada, it started raining heavily. Started raining so heavily, and it became the news in all the papers that founder of ISKCON, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada brings the rain. So Prabhupada is saying, see, Krishna is telling in Bhagavad Gita that annad bhavati parjanyo, that parjanyad yagya sambhava, that people, Now you know that you cannot eat nut and bolt. You need to have grains. You need to have rain for this. And how the rains will come? You see, we did the Harinama Sankirtan. This is the yajna prescribed for this age, and immediately started raining. What is use of all you're collecting so much of funds? Hmm? The funds will not bring the relief. Huh? So he's saying that Prabhupada was prescribing, the government should pass the resolution, laws that all and facilitate everybody in their family. They just come together and do Sankirtan. Says no need of instruments. With your hand itself you can clap and do Kirtan. You see, when you do this, all the necessities of life, Krishna is actually, he is providing. We are thinking as so and so. Krishna is sending so many agencies, but he is actually really taking care. If we do perform Sankirtan Yajna, everything is taken care. There is no scarcity in the kingdom of God. Only scarcity is, the supply is restricted when we become disobedient, when we do not follow the rules and regulations. So then the supply is restricted, because we are misutilizing the whatever facility is being provided. So there is a restriction. You get restricted supply. Then we see the point was here. We see the Prabhupada. He brought all his Western followers, and he has taught them. See, by performing yajna, rain will come, and now he demonstrated it also. And people were so much thrilled. Yes. Similarly, the next life is there. It's just not a theory, a concept. The next life is there. This life, next life will come. Will go. The life will continue. Within this life itself, we see that we are child, then we become a young man, then we become an old man. But we always in all different phases we exist. Similarly, Krishna is telling, Deino yasmin yatha dehe kaumaram yauvanam jara tatha dehantar praptir dhiras tatana muhyati. A self-realized soul is not bewildered by such a change. The person who is self-realized, Krishna conscious, he is not affected. Last time we discussed how a cub and a rat in the mouth of cat has a different situation. The cub is thinking, oh, I'm so safe, so comfortable in mother's mouth. She is going to place me in safe place. She is going to give me food. So he's very enjoying the being carried by mother cat. But on the other hand, the rat is so much scared. He knows definitely I am finished. Matter of time only. Is bleeding. So that is the situation when devotees, they understand, I have tried in this life, I could do so much. Next life, Krishna will further facilitate me to progress. So I will be put into safe situation. So he has this confidence. Krishna is telling, Neha vikamanaso asti pratyevayo na vidyate swalpam api asya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. One is safe from the greatest danger. Even a small service one is done. Can save from the greatest danger. So the time of death, we are facing this great danger from being transferred from human form of life to hellish life, to all different lower species of life. And that also we don't know when this life, all this cycle will get over, and we'll get back to human form of life. So dangerous situation. So, but when we practice Krishna consciousness, then we are actually safe. So, practicing Krishna consciousness, you see, always it is in all the time, it is so good. When we are practicing Krishna consciousness, we are happy. We are very much happy actually. We are not having anxieties like people have. So common to have nowadays depression. So much hopelessness is there. As people very quickly get into depression, feel there is no end of this. And we know how many people commit suicide, so many people commit suicide. Once we become Krishna conscious, when we know about the reality, then actually we are safe. Any comment is there? Anything wants to add? Anything clarify? Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Patitanasya Prabhupada ki jai.